You okay, morning? Recognize I'm back. Light a fire, strike a light a match, strike a fire. Every moment now is now. Yeah, so back to what I was talking about. I ain't gonna stay there too long. I think I made my point, but I had got a phone call. Y'all kept saying people kept saying muted. I had got a phone call, and the phone call was private. But do anybody on here know anybody from Erie, Pennsylvania? And if you do know anybody from Erie, Pennsylvania, do you know any 5%ers from any? Matter of fact, do anybody even know any 5%ers these days? I know a couple, but most of them I met them in jail, or I met them in New York. I have never met an Erie, Pennsylvania 5%er. Have anybody met an Erie, Pennsylvania 5%er? That's amazing to me. Like, everything about this nigga whole style is anti-Erie, Pennsylvania. Everything this nigga is mimicking somebody. Nigga talking about black gods. He talking about I'm always pro-black. How you pro-black when there's certain black people you don't like? Then you say it's something wrong with dudes that's like, you know, gangster niggas. But you interview gangster niggas and then you romanticize Haitian. I'm keep calling this fake nigga out for all the fake shit. Now you understand why he call himself the dribble god. It ain't just a joke or a gimmick. This nigga think he's a black god, bruh. Bald head black god, bruh. The fuck out here keep talking about he waking up in the morning drinking cayenne and lemon shots. Nigga, you need to drink some Rogaine shots. Since you a black god, you should have hair. Since you a black god, I know you want hair. That's why you keep trying to take care of your beard. All you do all day, that's all he do. Cause he know he ain't got nothing left but a beard. Black god. Nigga talking about he a black god. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that black god shit, bruh. All that the sun is 93 million miles away from there. Who the fuck cares? Fuck, I ain't an astronaut. I used to hate when them you talking about your son, your son, your son. God, mathematics, Cypher, Lajuan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bro, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You said, did I like the interview with the... Get up. What you mean, did I like the interview? We got an interview with, remember, my peoples was the first ones to do it. I know the dude, Dan Riley, don't know what he talking about in certain aspects. Just like that nigga said that Wayne Perry was patting freight pockets. Ain't nobody in the city gonna agree with that. Ain't nobody in the city gonna stamp no shit like that. People who like Frey and people who don't like Frey. Nobody gonna believe that the nigga was walking up to Frey patting his pockets, bro. You can't get to the level or the status a nigga like Frey was on with a nigga patting your pockets. Bro, who the fuck you talking about take a shower? Bro, you don't even belong in here, bro. I mean, I don't even like your name. Trash Channel 1970? Yeah, you can get the fuck. I ain't even putting you on timeout. I don't want to ever see you again. Anyway, back to what we was talking about. Stop going live on. You don't know what the fuck you doing. Bro, you can get the fuck out of here too. I know exactly what I'm doing. That's why I get a check every month. Fuck is you talking about? If the phone ring, regardless, the phone gonna ring. Matter of fact, guess what? Bow. Fuck out of here. Talking about somebody don't know what they doing. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, back to this God body shit from Erie, Pennsylvania. No disrespect to all them original guys, you know, the Chicago guys, the Clarence 13X guys, the original New York guys like the Preem Team and guys like that. Fragile feelings got hurt. Whose feelings got hurt? What they on this morning? Whose feelings got hurt? I know you ain't talking about my feelings got hurt. Who feelings got hurt? I'm asking. I need to know what you're talking about before I get you out of here. Whose feelings got hurt? Via the internet. Get your ass spanked in real life. You think it's something to just get blocked out the line. Over here talking that shit. Tell that nigga go talk that God body shit to the black god of Erie, Pennsylvania. Goofy ass TV. Not goofy TV, goofy ass TV. Get me out of here. All right, bye. you ain't got to tell me more than once. You ain't got to tell me more than once. Bye-bye. Boom. Erie, PA is weak. Well, I ain't gonna say Erie, PA is weak. I know some people from Erie, PA. But I don't know no niggas from Erie, PA that's 5%ers. And any nigga from Erie, PA to turn 5%er, either turn 5%er in jail or New York somewhere. That ain't no Erie, Pennsylvania thing. That's damn near a Midwest city. That ain't even an East Coast city, bruh. He claimed the East Coast just because the state of Pennsylvania goes all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Erie, Pennsylvania is not an East Coast city, bruh. Anybody want to debate that? Happy birthday to the homie. I don't know who birthday it is, though. I don't know what's up with that. Latoya Jackson. I ain't gonna say Erie is weak, but hey, come here. Come here. Chill out. I ain't gonna say Erie is weak, but that goofy Gully TV, I'm a 5%er shit. That's some follower goofy shit. Black God. What the fuck calling themselves a black God in 2025, bruh? Same black God. Listen, the same black God that was talking about his son ain't shit, he ain't gonna send him nothing because he gonna keep wearing $1,800 tennis shoes. The same black God that was calling all black mothers that file child support bitches and shit, right? The same black God that said he don't want no part of a child's life because he's a grown man and that's not his son, that's a grown man. That's the same black God that was talking that shit. I don't know nobody that's from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't know none. Me personally, I don't know none. What's up, Jay? You saying guy or God? I'm saying G-O-D. He called himself a black God. G-O-D. Speak on it, my brother. I'm trying to figure out what y'all think about it. I've been speaking on it for about 30 minutes. So, you know, when a dude say, dang, why Eon come from left field? First and foremost, I was only respecting that bitch nigga from Erie because I thought he was Muslim. It was a respect thing out of obligation. I ain't never liked that nigga. Then when I found out that the nigga kept talking that shit about all these niggas be killers and then go to jail and turn Muslim and put kufis on, I said, damn, that's hate. Then he said, oh, I ain't Muslim, man. I was born in the Nation of Islam. You bitch ass nigga, you ain't never sold a bean pie, bruh. Your mama changed her name to Muhammad, now all of a sudden you want to change your name to Muhammad because they know you gave the 14-year-old girl herpes under Lindsay. We are all gods of our lives. Bruh, I ain't with that shit. Don't run that shit on me. I ain't no God, bruh. I ain't with that. I don't believe in that shit. I'm not no God. Even if I tried to mimic, use the Anglo-Saxon term for God, which can be anything, a piece of money, a piece of a statue, an ideology, a dejow. Even if I was on that shit, I'm not nothing to be worshipped. I'm not a God. I'm not into that shit. You got niggas over here talking about they black gods using an Anglo-Saxon word to define God. They don't even know where the word G-O-D come from. Whether it be English, whether it be Latin, you sitting over here using the word God, talking about you God, and you don't even know where the word come from. You don't even speak another Semitic or Anglo-Saxon language. About God. Look up the word God. Other than God Almighty, word God and see if it matches. It don't. He talking about he a God. He a dribble God. He a point guard. Some fucking black God shit. Man, you get the fuck out of here, bro. You using the word God, the word you was taught by the Anglo-Saxons. But you black God body. We are kings. All right, I could go for kings, bro. The word king come from a whole different root of etymology. This nigga out here talking about he a fucking God. This nigga full of shit. Fuck out of here. Dribble God. He the dribble God. Goofy TV sound about right. Goofy TV, bruh. Gods don't ask to be worshipped. Who said ask, bruh? Gods and idols are things to be worshipped that are not even living creatures, bruh. Don't you know the pagans created their own gods out of wood and stone? Bruh, now you using words because you speak in English. Now you use some Anglo-Saxon shit talking about you are God of your life. You are responsible for everything in it. Nigga, I ain't no God of my life. When it's time to die, I had nothing to do with it. A God above me does that, bruh. Tell that goofy shit to another nigga, bruh. I'm well read, bruh. I don't believe in that shit. You keep talking about you God of your life. Okay, since you God of your life, do me a favor. Don't take a shit for the next 30 days since you God of your life. Don't sit on the toilet and don't pee for the next 30 days since you God of your life. What's wrong with God body? Man, I ain't into that shit, but a Erie nigga that want to be a God body nigga's trying to be a New York nigga. He ain't learned that shit from nobody. He talking about supreme mathematics and the teachers. And this same dude on here to keep talking about you God of your life. Get diagnosed with prostate cancer and see how much God of your life you are. The correct term is servant of the Creator. Timothy Taylor, I can go with servant of the Creator. What do you think about black people and Arabs' historical relationship? The origins of Islam? Mansa Musa. Yeah, I know the origins of Islam's that we taught. I see your name is Mansa Musa, but Mansa Musa was Muslim. Right or wrong? You choose the shit. As a God of my life, I choose comfort. Bruh, you can't choose the shit. I knew you was gonna say that. Now I'm done talking to you. The thing this God body does what the fuck they want. You never have to stop the shit. You never have to pass gas. You never have to piss. That's animalistic. Fuck is you talking about? He talking about he take a shit out of here, nigga. If a nigga put your stupid ass in slavery, you couldn't do nothing but run from slavery. Stay up, homie. DC Blacks. What you think about black people? Man, he full of shit. You hear me now, though, right? That's why the brother said you don't know what you're doing. That's only because the phone went sideways. We are kings. Tell your man Gully go pop his lips like he got lipstick on. Grown-ass man popping his lips. What's wrong with God body? Just like the nigga, he talking about he shit for comfort. You shit because you human. You shit because you ain't got no choice. If you decided not to shit, you would die, God. What'd he say about Zulu, what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most high. Shout out to Jalil. You muted, yeah, I know. I see you talking about religion, vernacular. God body in the South too, though. God body in the South from where? If God body is in the South, it came from Clarence 13X. So even when I'm saying stuff like that, I'm not wrong. Hear that God body shit? I don't respect that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Damn sure not from no nigga from Erie, Pennsylvania. Come on. Told you that nigga wanna be from New York anyway. The nigga wear his hat like he from New York. His whole style say New York. And he not even from the East Coast. I seen him talking shit. I seen him talking shit to a Chicago brother. Talking about mind your business and some other goofy shit. Look, let me clarify this for y'all as an East Coast nigga. A Erie nigga from Western Pennsylvania, Northwestern Pennsylvania is not even from the East Coast, bruh. He from the Midwest. And if we just use geographics on the map, man, these Pride boys all over the place. If we just look on the map, the only reason they don't consider Pennsylvania a Midwestern jump because the state has an eastern seaboard. Gully TV is a weirdo. Yeah, he a black god too. What's your opinion on Keyshawn Johnson missing weight for his fight? I thought that was unlike him. I ain't got too much to say about it, but I thought that was unlike him. And now, I guess the fight is canceled, as they say. Great Lakes region. Bruh, Erie, Pennsylvania is founded on the southern shore of Lake Erie, bruh. Ain't nothing East Coast about that nigga. That's why the nigga got to pretend or emulate. I ain't gonna say pretend because he don't never pretend that he's from New York. He emulates New York. Bruh, the nigga still wear double parts in his eyebrow. New York niggas don't even wear double parts in their eyebrow. I bet you he got a cardboard box in his basement that he practiced the backspin on. That nigga probably head spin, windmill, backspin, knee spin, hand spin, pop, lock, and drop it, all that shit. That's what that nigga do. That's exactly what he do. But look at these boys. Come here. Look at these boys. That's probably what he do. That's all you see in DC right now. They coming from all over the place too. If you got hate in your heart, let it out. All these men living in your fantasy, I'm gonna let you get away with that. What does all black people keep the N-word alive? But I don't wanna hear none of that shit neither. Nigga, I'm from Philly, Pennsylvania. It's East Coast and East Coast time. Hold on, before I even say something slick to you, evidently you ain't hear what I said. I said Philadelphia is definitely an East Coast city. If you drive up I-95 from Washington, D.C., headed to New York, you will pass Philadelphia, okay? You will pass Philadelphia. I'm saying that Erie, Pennsylvania is not an East Coast city. Now, without me saying nothing slick to you, can you prove to me that Erie, Pennsylvania is an East Coast city? What does blah, 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 nigga, I'm from Philly, Pennsylvania, blah, 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 East Coast time. That's true. Eastern Standard Time, true, Bill. How is Pennsylvania a Midwest state? That's like saying Missouri is in the South, bro. I never said Pennsylvania was a Midwest state. I'm going to clarify it again just to make sure you ain't come in and miss something and you loud and fucking wrong. I said Pennsylvania is considered an East Coast state because it goes all the way to the East Coast. It's one of the original 13 colonies. It formed by the eastern seaboard, and then its borders spread out towards Ohio. It did not form on the southern shore of Lake Erie and spread east. The establishment of the state of Pennsylvania was established towards the East Coast, and the state border expanded towards Cleveland. That's what I said. Now, I said it politely twice. Mid-Atlantic at best. Some geography people list Pennsylvania as a mid-Atlantic state, just like DC is considered a mid-Atlantic city at some points in time. Now, in my history and my understanding of being from Washington, D.C., it's below the Mason-Dixon line. Once again, I heard bitch-ass nigga Gully say niggas below the Mason-Dixon line eat raccoons and all this other shit. Some people do. Same way your dick-eating ass get up early in the morning and eat lemon and cayenne pepper and you still bald-headed. So, to get back to my point for the dude who was offended that I spoke about Pennsylvania, shout out to my Philly niggas, shout out to my Pittsburgh niggas, shout out to my Harrisburg niggas, shout out to my Erie niggas, the ones that I fuck with. However, Erie, Pennsylvania is not an East Coast city, bruh. You can't even walk to the beach. You can't even drive a local drive to the beach, bruh. So, like, since you on here jumping out and talking about I'm from Philly, East Coast. All right, stupid ass nigga. What is Erie? I'm from West Philadelphia, and I agree. Man, I was just trying not to just cuss everybody out because I don't think he understood what I was saying. Ain't no fucking way in the world Erie, Pennsylvania is an East Coast city. Ain't nothing East Coast about their culture. I mean, they closer to Buffalo and Cleveland than they are to New York City or Philadelphia. Say I'm wrong. Do you consider Tyrese Halliburton top 10 player or just a clutch player? He may end up being top 10. He may end up being top 10. I mean, right now, he in the top 5. Because he in the playoff, he might be a champion. Technically, it shouldn't be East Coast, but it is. Right, technically. You see how you even got to add that in there? You ain't got to say Washington, D.C. is technically on the East Coast. You ain't got to say New York City is technically on the East Coast. You don't got to say it, it's understood. But if you look at Erie, Pennsylvania on the map right now, one of y'all go Google Erie. Erie is on the southern shore of Lake Erie, bruh. Like, that is the Rust Belt. Come here. That is the Rust Belt. Good girl. Technically, it shouldn't even be the East Coast. This dude is terrible. Hate is in his soul. Hate is in your mother's soul, bro. That's why you typing. I'm having a conversation about geography. You don't even want to talk about hate. You want to leave? You can get off the bus. We don't need you here. I don't even know you. I don't even like you. Erie is closer to Cleveland than it is to Philly. Bruh, you could walk to Cleveland faster than you can drive to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from Erie. You understand me? You could walk to Cleveland faster than you can drive from Erie to Philadelphia. Say I'm lying. Hey, Eve, do the streets care if Diddy hung Wale off the balcony? I don't care if he hung him off the balcony. I fuck with Wale though, so I ain't even getting into that. I ain't listening to that shit, bro. Don't ask me no questions that nothing you got from no aunt. A bunch of fishing boats. Not at all. E, what are some of your favorite documentaries? Somebody asked me that yesterday. Lawton Prison of Terror. You can watch it on YouTube right now. What's up? Yeah, I don't care, man. You know, Wale, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Wale. Me and Wale cool. It's gonna rain on their parade. Literally. Literally, it's gonna rain on their parade. They got all type of setup. They need umbrellas out that bitch. Yeah, man. God body, black God. The dribble God. That nigga's a point guard. Guard. He ain't nothing God about that nigga. Unless you put him in the ranks of stone gods, wood gods, pagan god. The trip part about it, being as though Gully calls himself a god, he's a god with which no one worships. He's an irrelevant god. Dribble almighty. The Gump Pride Day. Well, I ain't gonna say that. You can't be talking like that, bro. You gonna get banned off the internet. Shout out to WP and Sean Branch. Why would you say that? God's gift to a block. He was God's gift to a corner. A corner in Kensington, Pennsylvania. Not even Erie. He act like he was jamming Erie. He keep talking about he from the projects. Bro, he not from no fucking projects. He went to a fucking private school. From the projects. That nigga stumbled on the 23rd Street somewhere in Erie, Pennsylvania. Bruh, they had 14 murders last year. Not that I'm glorifying killing. The town had 14 murders last year, bruh. Ain't nothing paid in full about that, bruh. God's gift to a corner. In his mind. Nigga never sold no type of weight. And if he sold weight, he had something like an ounce or 62 and sold a young nigga a quarter. Same nigga that was on his videos talking about we shouldn't exploit young guys. We should help young brothers. Same nigga got a charge for corruption of minors. Had something, gave it to a minor, wanted the minor to take the charge. The minor got caught. They all got locked up. That's Gully, Goofy TV for you. I'm gonna finish that nigga. I'm gonna go to Erie, Pennsylvania and interview niggas he grew up with. 14 murders committed by who? Why would you ask me who committed the murders, bruh? Why would you ask me who committed the murders, though? I don't know. And Philly Trenches was in the JBM. I don't know that to be true, but Philly Trenches is really from Philly. Philly Trenches is really from the East Coast. Philly Trenches can really give you a Philly story. Gully can't give you a Philly story. All his little Philly stories are stories that he give you that he said he was locked up with a guy from Philly. Go look at it. Go to Gully TV. I don't mind. Go to Gully TV and look at any of his Philly stories. It's some dick riding, dick eating. I was here with this guy. I was here with that guy from Philly. He don't have no stories of him slanging and banging in Philly. He don't have no stories driving to Philly, getting no work. He don't have no stories of driving to Philly, passing out no work. He don't got no stories committing no crimes in Philly. Don't no real Philadelphia niggas fuck with him. He might have interviewed a rapper or two. No bona fide Philadelphia street nigga fuck with Goofy TV, bruh. We living in a planet Bama right now. Right now. What? We living in planet Bama right now. That's my young boy. Who? Philly Trenches? Shout out to Philly Trenches. Shout out to my Philly men, bruh. If you listen to Gully for your Philly news, you sadly mistaken already, bruh. He don't represent Philly. He don't even represent Pennsylvania. He represent Erie. Nigga ain't never been to Greater Ford. Nigga ain't never been to no bona fide joint. Gully a bitch. But I'm about to hit the gym. Get my work in. Philly and DC are close. Listen, bruh. I live in Washington, D.C. I am closer to Philadelphia than Gully. If Gully get in his car and leave his mother house right now on Parade Street, and I get in my car and I leave my house right here on 5th Street, Washington, D.C., I will be in Philadelphia before Gully. I will be in Philadelphia in 2 hours, bruh. I will be in Philadelphia in less than 2 hours, to be honest with you, the way I drive. For $1 million, me and Gully could race from house to house to Philadelphia, and he's already in the state. He might as well live in Sacramento and race me to San Diego, bruh. Nigga from Erie, Pennsylvania. His whole style, his whole culture is stolen from Philadelphia and New York City. Not even Buffalo. New York City and Philadelphia. That's why he dick ride Alpo, all the old school rappers and low key underground, underprivileged, underknown hip hop artists. That's what his market is. That's what his inventory is. That's what the product is he sells, along with being a black god. To DC and Philly is an hour and a half. Yeah, that's what I said. I'll be there in under an hour. I can get to Philly faster than Gully. I was a grader for 10 years and other state pens and never saw that chump. Shout out to Jaleel. So I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about grader Ford and state prisons, state penitentiaries. He keep lying saying when I was in the pen. Jamil Lindsay bitch ass wasn't in no penitentiary, bruh. Nigga did 6-7, your nigga wasn't in no fucking penitentiary. Then my man already hit me that he was in one of them jumps where they got the tree jumpers at. Do DC distinguish between Newark and NY? Hell yeah, bro. We not dumb people here. We know the difference in New York and New Jersey. Why you ask that? I was in Grateful for 10 years. I drove from Greyhound, Erie. It's near Cleveland, more closer to Pittsburgh. I don't know what you mean by that. Closer to Pittsburgh. Fuck Gully TV. Gully a bitch. All of a sudden now he 5%er. That nigga just want to do anything that New York do. If New York do a gay pride parade, he gonna go to the gay pride parade. Sex offender jail. Hey Jaleel, you know that's a real sex offender jail? Why was he in a sex offender type of joint? I looked his charges up, he ain't had no sex offenses. Why was he in a sex offender jail when they already told me that that's what type of niggas be? What's the name of that jail, Jaleel? I'm gonna look that jail up and do a report on that jail just because this bitch ass was in it. What's the name of that jail, bruh? Salute to you, Slim. Shout out to Philly, shout out to all my good men, man. What's the name of that jail he was in that had the, he did his bid on that pound. I guess he was the best basketball player there. Everybody else did was flashing and fucking with kids. I just looked that shit up. It's 6.5 hours from Erie to Philly. Shout out to the squad, man. Hey, I appreciate that, Tony. I was getting ready to say 5 hours. You say it's 6.5 hours. Now think about that. Think about that in the aspect of culture, accent, slang, fashion. We can stop there. If you 6.5 hours from another city, how much do you have in common with that city? You 6.5 hours from that city, bruh. I am 5+ hours from Charlotte. How close you think I am to acting like a Charlotte nigga? I'm 4 or 5 hours from parts of New York. How close do you think I am to New York, bruh? He from Erie. He can't even claim East Coast, bruh. He's 6.5 hours away from the fucking East Coast. Every time I go to DC for oxtail pizza, the old head in DC always tell me that I'm from New York when I constantly say I'm from Newark. I don't know why he say that to you. I don't know what's up with that. But bro, Newark, New Jersey is so very different than NYC. I got partners from Brick City and all different type of New York joints. Facts. Shout out to the real niggas from Erie, though. Shout out to the Pennsylvania niggas. Shout out to my Philly niggas. No disrespect to my real Philly niggas. But I'm closer to Philly than Erie. And can't nobody take that away. This way, come on. I'm closer to Philly than Erie, Pennsylvania. Erie, Pennsylvania might as well Erie, Pennsylvania might as well be in Ohio, bro. What's their zip code? Somebody look up the Erie, Pennsylvania zip code, and somebody look up the Cleveland, Ohio zip code. I bet you they 2 digits apart. I bet you they 2 digits apart. And check this out. Somebody look up, I'm gonna look it up myself, but somebody look up the zip code DC right now, and I'm in the zip code 20012. Look up Philadelphia zip codes. My zip code closer to Philadelphia than Erie, Pennsylvania. I seen Gully zip code. Gully live on Parade Street with his mom in that old ass house that was built in 1921. The zip code is gonna be closer to Ohio, probably a 4 something zip code. I bet you. Erie, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia zip codes are social security number apart. That's how many digits in between them. Is DC closer in culture to PG County than Baltimore? Yeah. To answer your question, I would believe that that's correct, but I wouldn't say it like that, although PG County was here before Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. came from land that was given to them by Pennsylvania. By Virginia and Maryland. But I believe that the whole D.C. DMV culture has, influenced the suburbs and the surrounding area. Me personally, not Gully TV. Hold on. Let me see what you're saying. Is these closer to PG County? Yeah. Cap and Perp, and I don't know what you're talking about. Brian, DC, and PG are brothers. At least cousins. At least cousins. Like, I got plenty of real cousins that live in Prince George's County. The metropolitan area, yeah, that's close to his crib too. What is? What? Not Gully TV. Hey, Goofy TV. Then all of a sudden, he gonna sell death to all them dudes that ain't on tough shit, right? Then when somebody come at him with some tough shit, he say, oh, I'm not tough. I never aspired to be tough. I seen him talking tough before. I know one thing, he better not come to DC and go outside and hang out for nothing. He better not even go to the gay pride parade. You can bet that. Moco second cousins. Everything surrounded by DC is influenced by DC culture. And that ain't me, making DC bigger than what it is, but in the suburbs that surround DC, remember, most of the structure of everything came from inside the city. I used to party at the Ritz 5 floors at Howard Homecoming. Okay. I'm new to working and living in the area and trying to figure out the confusion. They say counties over cities, which is new to me. I think District Heights is DC. District Heights is a town or city in Maryland, in Prince George's County. So counties have cities in it. I mean, LA is in Los Angeles County. Like, come on, let's not act like that's a new thing, bruh. Nah, Mo County second cousin. You heard the Lil Wayne album? Somebody was talking shit about him. I used to party at the... Alright. We don't say Essex County in New Jersey. We say Newark, East Orange, or Irvington. Yeah, that's because you from the city. But if somebody was from way out in the boondocks, they gonna say the county. For an example, if a nigga live in Silver Spring, Maryland, they not gonna say Montgomery County, they gonna say Silver Spring. If a motherfucker live in Burtonsville, Maryland, they gonna say Burtonsville where we from. Most people not gonna say Montgomery County. You only say Montgomery County when you talking county-wide. No one lives in the whole county. Just people who live in places that's not kind of like big, gotta say they from the county. I'm from Washington, D.C. I don't got to never say I'm from anywhere else. Well, let me go roll me a J real quick. Why don't nobody play hip-hop music in the New York Puerto Rican parade if Fat Joe said they invented hip-hop? I don't know about that one either. But Freedom Man, shout out to the real ones. And fuck Gully TV and all this crew of gods and earths.